Welcome to the channel, fight fans. Today we're diving deep into the wild world of boxing. We're talking about the best to ever lace up the gloves, the legends, the icons, the guys who made this sport what it is. First up, we gotta start with the greatest, Muhammad Ali, the man who transcended the sport of boxing and became a global icon. I mean, the man could back up his trash talk like no other. His words were as powerful as his punches, and he knew how to get into his opponent's head. We're talking about a guy who was as quick with his wit as he was with his fists. His charisma was unmatched, and he had a way of making every fight an event. You think about some of his early fights, like the first Sonny Liston fight. It was a defining moment in his career. Ali was a massive underdog. People thought he was crazy. They couldn't believe this young, brash fighter could take on such a formidable opponent. Liston was this terrifying dude, a force of nature. He had an aura of invincibility that made many fighters crumble before even stepping into the ring. But Ali, he was just playing a different game. His style was revolutionary, combining speed, agility, and strategy in a way no one had seen before. He danced around Liston, he taunted him, he frustrated him. Ali's psychological warfare was as effective as his physical prowess. And then, boom, Liston didn't come out for the 7th round. It was unbelievable. Ali had shocked the world and cemented his place in history. And then, there was the Rumble in the Jungle man. Another legendary fight that showcased Ali's genius. George Foreman, another absolute monster in the ring. Foreman was known for his incredible power and had a fearsome reputation. Ali, he comes up with this rope-a-dope strategy. It was a risky move, but Ali was always thinking several steps ahead. Let's Foreman just pound on him, trying to tire him out. Ali absorbed the punishment, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. People thought Ali was done for. They couldn't believe he could withstand such a beating, but then, bam! 8th round, Ali knocks Foreman out. It was insane. Ali had once again proven why he was the greatest, defying the odds and making history. Next up, we got Iron Mike Tyson, the most feared man to ever step into a boxing ring. This dude was a force of nature, a pure knockout artist. His rise to fame was meteoric, man. He was like a comet blazing through the boxing world. He came out of nowhere from the streets of Brooklyn, this young kid with thunder in his fists and a fire in his eyes, just destroying everyone in his path. I'm talking first-round knockouts, second-round knockouts. Nobody could stand up to him. His opponents were left in awe and fear. He was like a human highlight reel. Every fight was a spectacle. Tyson's style was all about aggression, intimidation, and pure power. He was relentless. He went after his opponents like a hungry lion, with a ferocity that was unmatched, and most of the time, they just crumbled under the pressure. They couldn't handle his intensity. He brought an intensity and excitement to boxing that hadn't been seen in years. Tyson was a game changer, a true legend in the sport. Now let's talk about Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the most technically gifted boxers of all time. This dude was like poetry in motion, man. He was smooth, he was stylish, he had it all. Robinson dominated the welterweight and middleweight divisions, racking up an incredible record. What set Robinson apart was his versatility. He could box, he could brawl, he could do it all. He had this incredible ability to adapt to any opponent, any style. Next, we've got Floyd Money Mayweather Jr., the master of defense, the undefeated champion. Known for his impeccable technique and unmatched ring IQ, Mayweather has redefined what it means to be a defensive boxer. Love him or hate him, you can't deny Mayweather's skill in the ring. His ability to read opponents and anticipate their moves is second to none. The man was untouchable, a defensive genius who made some of the best fighters in the world look silly. His defensive prowess was not just about avoiding punches, but also about controlling the pace of the fight. Mayweather's style was all about precision, timing, and that incredible shoulder roll. This technique allowed him to deflect punches and counter with pinpoint accuracy. He could slip punches like a magician, making his opponents miss by a hair and then counter with lightning-fast combinations. His speed and agility were unmatched, making him a nightmare for any opponent. He built his career on being the villain, the guy everyone wanted to see lose. Yet his confidence and bravado were backed by an unblemished record. But he always backed it up in the ring, retiring with a perfect 50-0 record. His legacy is not just in his wins, but in how he changed the game of boxing forever. And finally, we have to pay our respects to Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber, a true American hero. Louis dominated the heavyweight division during the 1930s and 1940s. holding the title for an incredible 12 years. He was a symbol of hope and pride for a nation struggling through the Great Depression and World War II. Louis' impact went far beyond boxing. He helped to break down racial barriers in America, proving that a black man could be a national hero. So there you have it, folks. Those are our picks for the top 5 legendary boxers of all time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on the greatest athletes in sports history. And be sure to let us know in the comments who you think is the greatest boxer of all time. Until next time, keep your guard up and keep swinging for the fences.